For me and my family, peace is always an option. But today, choose violence. Now in a can.
Do you have any information on what they stole?
I don't know. But as long as they don't touch the peanut butter, because I did stuff to it.
Look at you being all awake and stuff. You're reading words, and you probably aren't even stabbing anybody right now. You deserve a coffee, you little ray of sunshine.
I just tell if stop juicing, topping this out my lifestyle. I just tell if it's too late, I don't even know if you come without the beginning.
I'm Judy. I have cafe. Come for breakfast.
Hey folks, Mike Barron here. Every time we do a crowdfunder, we place it on Fund My Comic because Luke Stone is a great guy. He's a stand-up guy. And most importantly, Fund My Comic is very comic creator friendly. They won't kick you off if some purple-haired freak writes in and tells them to kick you off. His fees are also very low. I recommend Fund My Comic for any comic or graphic novel projects you intend to do.
In the middle of the night or early Friday morning, depending upon where you are in the world, a group of experienced comics professionals get together to examine and instruct about the art form that they love. That's great comic artwork on Comics by Night, Fridays at 5 a.m. Eastern, here on the Indie Comics Network, indiecomicsnetwork.com.
What was that? This is not a charade.
What a crowd indeed.
What a crow.
What's going on with StreamYard?
I don't know.
StreamYard does the weirdest things.
Mm-hmm.
It's StreamYard, though.
All the time. As soon as I find a better option, I'm moving. Going somewhere else.
Restream is getting better. I don't know
Is
if
it?
you're up there yet.
I mean, can do all this fancy, weird stuff that this thing does?
Yeah, it does a lot of it. And does some things that StreamYards doesn't do.
At the moment.
So, at the moment, yeah.
At the moment.
Yeah.
Guys, it is July. How was your 4th of July?
Quiet,
I just
actually.
I had a week
It wasn't
off,
bad.
so mine was great. So
What?
took on a
Seemed to be-
housemaid over the 4th, so that was interesting. So
Yeah, outside of the fireworks at 2 a.m., it was pretty calm.
We flooded our basement got flooded. We're on vacation. Have I talked about this already?
I know you were
Maybe.
having flooding problems, yeah.
yeah.
Look at this. Glenn.
Aw.
Luke, you're handsome with your hair short.
And I like
Right.
girls.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know what they say? You know,
No idea.
you know what they say. Come on, you know.
Man,
all know
everyone's
what they
gay once in a while.
There you go.
Ah, what a great day.
Mm.
Also,
never go full retard.
never get full retard.
Yeah.
You know, that is a good rule. It's a good rule
Very good
for
rule.
life.
Very good rule.
Never go full retard. Yeah.
Go partially
so,
retard, but never go full retard.
never full. Never full.
No.
Hopefully everyone out there in YouTube land and X land is warming up with some coffee, waking up, getting ready to do some stuff.
I had some
Been,
OJ, so there you
I've
go.
been kicking back off with a little more art. You know,
Awesome.
this week I'm really kicking into gear. I've only gotten one page finished, but it was loaded with detail.
There you go.
It's one of those like establishing shots, so it's like tons of background, little lines and squiggles that really mean nothing, but when you look at it from a distance, look like something really cool. It means nothing up close, just
There you go.
squiggles. Yeah. You know, I learned that from
Kind of like Sunday in the Park with George.
yeah, you know, but I learned that from
George Surratt, little dips.
Yep.
I did learn that from like looking at some of Kirby's pencils.
Ah. Yeah.
Like a lot of times he would just like leave it blank and let the inker have at it, but
Well, you know, the inker was that one guy, the Tardamella, I think his name was. Just
he would do what he wanted anyway. Yeah.
Who, Coletta?
Lather
Vinny,
dog.
you mean? Or-
Ah,
that's the
Ah.
guy. That's the guy. Yeah.
It's
There's
later when you
something
got
going
Thurbo and Royer on there. They used a brush and a thick line and kind of knew what they were doing. But
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah.
You know, he
got
obviously had his favorites, and you know, there was the ones that he didn't like. And we understand because we get it.
Yeah.
We get it. We
yeah,
don't like
we
them
have our
either.
favorites too. Yeah.
Yeah, we have our favorites. So, but I took from some of that, and it's just squiggles and lines and weird things in the background. And then sometimes I'll make up stories about what's back there, and you know, I feel bad for the writers because mostly I follow what the script says, but you know,
Darn you,
when it
Luke
comes to
Stone!
when it comes to those backgrounds, I'm like, we'll do whatever we want. No, we'll do it. In fact, maybe I should show off the last page I just did.
Well, go right ahead.
Let me just, I
You
mean,
don't
that
look
way
it
you
by
guys can,
yourself.
that way you can get why it's like
Mm.
one page so far in 3 days.
There you go.
Yeah. One page, 3 days.
Mm.
When entire screen. We'll do the entire screen.
Mhm.
I don't have any nudes up, so
No.
not at the moment.
There you go. There you go.
That you know
You
of.
keep your smut to yourself, young man.
There you go.
Oh, wow. That is
Look
some
at that.
detail.
That looks great.
Holy cow. It's a lot of little squiggly lines.
A lot of little squiggly lines. And so that the shit, that's like That's my take on a ship off of Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone that knows they can see it in there. Yeah, like it's
or Space 2001, maybe.
Yeah.
Space 1999.
Oh, sorry, you're right. 1999. That's right.
You're fine.
Yeah.
That's nice. It's a nice face.
A lot of those squiggly lines in there. See all those squiggly lines in the background?
Yeah.
I mean, on the ship, it's really ridiculous. So it looks great from a dip, but I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell him myself. Look at the ship. It's just squigglies and hatches and
yeah.
It's just all manner of basic retardation all through this thing. It's just nonsense and nothing. Just a bunch of nutting. Look at that. Just
Yep.
But you zoom that sucker out.
Very Monet.
You zoom that sucker out. Man.
Yeah.
Would you look at it? Would you just look at it? Looks impressive. It ain't. That is not very impressive.
Yeah, but most art is like that. You know, that's why you have dot matrix printing and like Bunny said earlier with George Seurat. You know, you get up close to anything, it's going to be squiggles and dots.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why we have computers.
That's why we do. That's why we do. Yeah.
Yep, that's why we've got those.
Maybe you could run an AI filter and have it turn into something more,
Some more sophisticated, yeah.
Yeah, a little more
Look,
sophisticated.
everyone's like afraid of AI or whatever. I'm not afraid of AI. It's not going to replace my squiggly lines.
I've been able to do some amazing things with my characters.
Look, it's getting pretty good at stuff.
Yeah.
It's getting pretty good at stuff. It's also kind of getting kind of scary good with things. So like as a musician, I've actually started using, so there's always been like this form of AI, but it was really expensive to get a hold of. Like there's this thing called Band in a Box, and basically it was algorithmic instruments that took samples that were played based off of chord and notation selections that you did, but there was a algorithmic randomizer to certain things for styles. And so you could like put all of that information in, and then it would create this backing band for you. And you could choose what instruments and stuff. And everyone was like, oh, it's Band in the Box. It's great. It's great. It was just an early form, a clunky form of AI. That's all it was. Yeah. And, FAI. No, look, everybody loved C3PO and R2D2. It's just artificial intelligence. It can be very helpful and useful if you make it a part of your workflow, your normal everyday stuff. And not, like, it can speed things up. Like, I'll write one thing and I'm like, hey, I need 5 different pieces of social media content based off of this one thing that I wrote. Help me, like, search the web, see what hashtags are popular, and, you do all that stuff. And things used to take me hours to research. Now it's like 12 seconds, and I've got all that information right in front of me, so I know how to tailor those pieces of content. It offers suggestions. Some of them are good. A lot of them are crap, But I mean, yeah, it's not hard to use, and I can see why people do it now. Here's the problem: all these data centers, and they're like freaking out, about the data centers. The problem with these things are, and this is simple. The recording studio. I'm going to use the music industry as a way of looking at this, and we might even use comics as a way of looking at this. Remember when you used to make comics, you used to have a big office with a bullpen, right? Because people needed to get together, needed to work and collaborate. When it came to recording, you used to have these big studios that had millions of dollars worth of gear and equipment in it, and people just couldn't afford it. And then along came the laptop and the personal computer that was able to process and run Pro Tools and things like that. Yeah. And then music started to be a lot easier on, the normal person could create it. And then one day, this band called the Gorillaz made an album on an iPad on a tour bus.
Yeah.
And it sounded awesome. And people started realizing, and it just went away. And so these big studios a lot of them are still around, but they're novelty items, man. You don't need them to make a good sound recording.
Yeah, there's a documentary on Sound City, put by Dave Grohl. It's very interesting. It kind of documents that.
Right. And so then the other thing that you have, so what's going to happen now is people are running LLMs because all AI is just a large language model. It's simply a Google search with a predictive algorithm that gets used to how you ask for things. You know, like generally people ask this if they ask that. That's all it is. It's just all algorithm.
It's only
like
as good as what it's taught to be.
hyper-focused. Yeah, it's like a hyper-focused algorithm.
Right.
It's not actual intelligence. It's artificial. It's giving the essence of intelligence, but it's not at all. I mean, if you understand how the algorithm works, you know how to break it, and you also know how to work it for your good, right?
Yeah.
But now people can run like the normal like Dells. Like the reason why you can't buy RAM right now and memory is because it's being bought up by the computer companies. Because what they're doing is they are running LLMs from their local computer.
Yeah.
So that they don't have to have it on. So nobody else can train off of their stuff. Only their stuff can be trained off of their stuff.
Right.
Which is amazing. It's a great idea. Like think about it. If you were running like a Suno music type thing, but it only trained off of your music. So whenever you popped an idea in there, it would pop out a demo that sounded like something you would write because it was only trained off of your music. How much time would that save you for taking all these like little dumb ideas, and before you spend an hour in the recording studio, hours in the recording studio, trying to find out if the idea is any good, you could run it through the thing and say, hey, does it even have legs, right?
Well, there's this group called Shunned at the Funeral, and it's entirely AI, and they've made like live footage of them doing a concert with supposedly a live audience, and they're like, well, they've been around 10 years, and then they only started showing up in 2025. And it's got like 3 hot chicks at the front, and got the redhead, and I think they trained her off of Lucy Hale, and got drop D tune guitar and a cute little blonde haired chick with a banjo. And they got all these people convinced that they're real, and I mean they got fan clubs and stuff like that, and I go through. It's disturbing when you go through their comments and how many people that think they're actually real.
It's
and
like,
they're
this is not real.
And they're holding concerts in theaters that are supposed to be live streams, and it's complete AI generated videos.
Well, they did that with like a cartoon for a while, and they just like project them on the screen. Like they just lower
the
screen.
ultimate outcome of gorillas, like what you was talking about. They're they're like the
So I attended a church where the pastor was in one location, but he preached at every location, and there was like 22 of them.
Oh,
and they literally just raised a screen up out of the floor,
right?
And it projected, and it was the length of the floor, and he would just walk across, like he was walking across the platform. And they had an extra camera that would like back project on this thing, so that he was there, right?
Yeah.
And you could do the same thing with they did the same thing with like cartoons for concerts and stuff like that.
Right.
But here's what I think is neat. It gives people that have an idea, to try some things out that maybe they couldn't do on their own before. But it also allows, all right, so I've had people give me AI images of their Dungeons and Dragons campaign characters. They say, hey, we want you to draw like this, it's scene with them. We want you to do like a real art kind of thing. And, I got some of the things that were given to me were like before I wasted time drawing a character they didn't like, it let them know whether or not their character idea was even cool or not.
Right.
And you know what? A lot of times it wasn't. It wasn't cool. So they went back to the drawing board.
Well, I developed.
So
I had a piece of art created for me, and it was $500 for this piece of art. It was an animator. You would know the name if I gave it to you. And I called him.
Is it my name?
No, it's your name. It is
Just a
anyway,
little fresher.
a little fresher.
Okay. All right.
But then I caught him on X, like bad mouthing me for him lowballing him and asking him to work his precious gift for cheap. And I was able to the other day to do something in AI that kicks the butt of that piece of art that he gave me. It was $500, and
Yeah.
so I'm thinking that animators are going to have a little bit of a difficult time.
Yeah, it's
Everybody has.
gonna affect them a lot more than it is, I think, someone like me. It certainly isn't getting rid of creative writing by any means.
Well, it's got somebody like Jose Garcia, I think his name is, and he put out like a mini movie, but he did animation, but then he used the AI to help with the transitions, and he was able to put it together faster than he would have normally. And you can't tell it's seamless what's AI and what's him. But he did animate it, but he just like used AI to kind of combine,
to get that in
make
between,
it smoother and flow it together.
Yeah.
So
Just like any other computer trick, out there in the world, it's not it's not the end of the world like people think it's going to be, and it's not.
It's a tool. It's a tool to be
just a
used
tool,
for your
yeah.
art. Yeah.
It's just like a ruler or a
Immortalizing
protractor in my case.
He's talking about it that Jose did. That's his trailer that he did.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. I mean, it's jaw dropping, and it's his art, but he just used AI to help with the transitions and everything.
Yeah. I'm wondering if you could take your art and just had this thought. What if you could like train a model on your art to like do those in between? Like if he used his art and had it do things. Like I wonder if I don't know how you could do that. Like what practical use that would have for a regular artist. I mean, I know what practical use it has for musicians. And obviously like any of like those like data entry jobs, like it all makes sense there, but so it took an animator, so I don't see that as a win. Well, it depends on the animator.
This particular
look, I am not
animator,
here to
I don't
advocate
think I have
for
a
every
problem with
artist. I'm not here to advocate for every artist and every animator and every musician, because some of these guys are just a-holes.
Yeah.
And they give the rest of us really bad names. Like, I don't know how many times I've heard people's like, well, I paid this artist and they ghosted me and, they never delivered on the work. I don't know how many times I hear this stuff.
Yeah, some people need a little bit more whiskey in their life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you had a little whiskey in your life, you'd understand. Like, I'm not here to advocate for all these people. They're not all my friends. I don't owe them anything. I've put in years of hard work to be able to draw. And to build a client list. I've drawn the free stuff. I've done all that stuff, so I'm sick of pretending like the comic book industry is a community, by the way. I'm kind of sick of that. They're like, oh, we're all in this together. We're not in this together. We're not.
Never was.
No.
Yeah, people don't care.
It was a community labeled by people who wanted to use other people to better themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it's a competition.
It can be an industry. It can be a competition. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a community.
It
they
is an
meant
industry.
community in the way communists mean community.
Look, when I started in comic book, one of the things we noticed was cliques. That there was like these groups of people, and they only worked with people they knew. And we thought like, oh, well, it's popularity contest. No, it's trust circles.
And a lot
They
of
only
that,
work with people they
a lot
trust.
of those, a lot of the click mentality though comes out of this direct distribution system.
Yeah.
Because the Diamond and what few other distributors were able to hang on only took a certain amount of books, and the guys who really wanted to do books, the independent guys, the alternate guys, who wanted to do their own stuff was literally left in the dust. So they had to deal with their own little small area to do products in. So it was conducive to make these little clicks. I had this discussion with a guy in England who's working on a book on the history of alternative and independent comics, because there were clicks during the 80s, starting in the 80s. Once the alternative market and the direct market sprung up, all of these little cliques started springing up of these guys, and their individual nests started doing their own companies and their own books. And Turtles was what really pushed that down the hill. And then after Turtles, everybody and their brother was doing it. And then, enough folks that decided that they could money growing people with it. And then they took the quality level of the black and whites and just mowed right over it. And then Image came out and literally caused the black and white bust.
Well,
but in the meantime, you had all of these guys and little individual communities. Like New England's got 3 or 4 communities. Florida's got 2 or 3 communities. Michigan's got 2 or 3 communities. Wisconsin's got 2 or 3 communities. And all these guys were doing their own little individual works and their own individual stuff. And, 3/4 of us have not seen 3/4 of what everybody else had been doing during that time.
Well,
so you still get this book every once in a while.
It's like all the Seattle bands back in the day, in the 90s.
Yeah, exactly.
They all knew each
indie
other.
music.
They all knew each other.
But
And
you
they
still
grew
get these
together.
times. I still get these times where I'm going through a convention or going through a dollar box somewhere and I find a book I've never seen before. That looks crazy good. And who knows where it came from. But
So
it's
speaking
because
of
Diamond literally went out of their way to sequester all of these indie guys and alternative guys. So they had to work in their own little individual areas.
The green section, isn't that what it's called?
Yeah.
Section. The fabled green section.
Or the infamous green section.
DC Comics continues to be the biggest publisher in the direct market, as measured by actual retail sales through Comics Hub, but its market share slipped from Q1 to Q2, going from 34.7%
In the Valley of the Blind,
to
the one-eyed man is
31.9%.
king.
Yep. Despite the decrease, strong sales of DC's Absolute line and Compact Comics continue to give it the edge in the direct market, although its edge over Marvel Comics was down in Q2 from its Q1 lead of over 5 share points. Marvel also lost ground, going from 29.4 to 28.3. That's a 0.9% difference, guys, in the same period. But Image increased its share from 11.8 to 15.3%. Check that out.
Ever since the 70s, Marvel and DC have never been below 33% of the market. Never.
Never been.
Now they are.
Now they are. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. This small, and to be honest, Image Comics is, in a lot of cases, mostly a vanity press. Because if you got the money,
it is a vanity
good
press.
enough, and
It's the definition of a
product's
vanity press.
decent enough, like if it's a decent enough product, and you got the money to cover the print run, Image will publish you.
Well, they were taken over
as long as they like you.
Go ahead.
As long as you've checked their boxes and they've decided that you're in their clique, then they'll print you. But in the meantime, you have to cover all of your expenses. I'd be real interested to see the percentages of the Image books that have made money over the Image books that have lost the creators' money.
Oh yeah,
that would be an interesting percentage to see. Yeah,
that'd be a very interesting percentage, I think. You're absolutely right. Centralized industry is never a good thing for creators, regardless of what you're talking about. To an extent, I agree with that, but I understand why the little trust circles are created. We can call them cliques if we want, but they're trust circles. Like there's only certain creators in this industry that, in this leg of the industry, that I will work with because I've had too many other ones screw me over.
So there's crab buckets.
Yeah, it's crab bucket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know the deal. The crab bucket.
All too well.
Crab bucket.
I'm a crab. They changed me into a crab. We're all crab. Yeah, that's the comics community, my guys. That's it. And you know what? It makes Kevin Smith cry. He just can't stand it.
Anything makes Kevin Smith cry.
Yeah, everything makes him cry.
It really does. You know, I look around. And,
Yay! Think about what you've accomplished.
yeah, it's crazy.
Gil Simone. Yikes.
So here we go. Here's the market share totals. 31.9% DC, 28.3% Marvel, 15.3% Image. IDW coming in at 3.5%. Such a huge gap.
0.5
from number 3 to number 4.
But Dark
huge
Horse
gap.
2.9%.
2.9.
Holy
yeah,
crap!
Dynamite,
Dark Horse.
2.5.
What the heck, Dark Horse?
Viz is only at 2.3. Boom is at 1.9. Kodansha Comics 1.3. Oni
Who's
Press
Kodansha?
1.0. Who no one knows.
Nobody knows who Kodansha Comics are?
1.3% of the people know.
Oh.
1.3% of the comic book buyers know. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on there. Here are 50 comics in June. The top 50 comics in June. Absolute Batman number 21. Absolute Catwoman number 1. Avengers Armageddon number 1. Absolute Green Arrow. Batman number 10. Mask number 1. Absolute Batman 20. Daredevil 3. Absolute Wonder Woman 21. Absolute Superman 20. Batman 11. Amazing Spider-Man 30. Absolute, man, these absolute titles are dominating the top 50.
Yeah.
But we're only talking about a few 100,000 customers at this point.
That's really, that's really bad.
If that's a high estimate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm being generous. You know.
So, someone mentioned in the comments.
Kodansha is manga. Kodansha.
Manga. Ink Pop licenses My Neighbor Yokai manga. Anime already streams on Crunchyroll. So we've already got this anime. They're now making a manga. Ink Pop, the children's manga.
I thought they went from
manhwa,
manga to the anime, so they're going back. They're going the other way.
Yeah, this one's going in reverse. But they also do manhwa and web comics. Are you familiar with what manhwa is? Manhwa?
That's a Korean manga, isn't it?
Is it like I thought it was? Is it Korean or is it like Hispanic?
That's what Koreans call their manga. I'm pretty sure. Manhwa, yeah.
I couldn't remember. I mean, where did I hear that term first from? Pedro, that pineapple-headed freak. Where's he been?
Yeah, Pedro definitely knows more about anime than we do.
Yeah, where's that freak been?
Of course, he knows kind of a lot more about the smutty stuff.
He was just on the page a couple of about an hour or so ago. He knew we were going live. He's welcome in. Come on, Pedro.
Yeah.
Show yourself.
Yeah,
Reveal yourself.
We need some inappropriate conversation around here, Spice things up a little bit.
Tonani no Yake-san, which runs on Crunchyroll, is getting its own manga. It's been adapted into an anime. The manga. Sorry, let me read. So Penguin Random House, the imprint. So Ink Pop, the children's manhwa webcomic imprint of Penguin Random House, has licensed My Neighbor Yokai as a slice of life fantasy about a girl who is training to be a shrine maiden in a rural village and the spirits and gods who surround her. The manga has already been adapted into an anime. Tonari.
Okay, so it went from manga to anime. Okay,
which runs on Crunchyroll. It reports that Ink Pop will release the first volume in spring of 2027. It's both a paperback and jacketed hardcover.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, we were having this conversation the other day about why anime really had such a success is because it's a complete closed loop. Eventually it ends, and they'll just roll it over into something entirely new with the same name. This open-ended storytelling that has no end, where everything drifts so far from the original that if you get the wrong creator in there, it'll completely, totally warp the whole entire thing to where it's not even recognizable anymore. But at least with
Yeah, there
anime,
used to
most
be
of the
like,
time it's one creator's vision the whole way
but
through.
yeah, like there used to be that in like comics.
Yeah.
Whoever like the forerunner for a comic series was, like the other
Right.
writers would like have to follow like they would have like a
Who was
Bible that they would go by.
he was a Captain America artist. He was in Marvel for a long time. He died young, but they said he was like the
Nerd
canon
Cognito.
compliance guy in Marvel for during this really golden age
He
of
was
Marvel.
who now?
He was known most for his run on Captain America. He died young. He had like had a mustache. I can't remember his name.
Are you talking
But
Mark Grunwald?
Mark Grunwald, that's it.
He was
But
a
they said that-
writer with a photographic memory when it comes to Marvel
Yeah.
continuity. Yeah.
Yep, and he's the one that kept them on an even keel. They would all go to consult with him. It's like, oh, what's canon here, and he would tell them. And
Yeah.
he was like the secret weapon as to why Marvel was so consistent during their heyday when it was so good. It's because everybody's like, hey, Mark, does this fit? And he's like, nope. And they're like, okay, well, then they change it,
Yeah, he's a stickler for continuity, unlike anybody up there nowadays. So
nobody's.
they wanted to make sure everybody,
They
enjoyed
take
the same
continuity and wipe
experience.
their butts with it these days.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah.
afraid so.
Good old Space Ghost is getting its annual.
Space Ghost.
I know it's like a serious comic book, but because of Adult Swim, I cannot take this character serious anymore.
See, and I'm exactly
Space
the
Ghost Coast to
opposite
Coast.
because of the superhero cartoon. I could never appreciate Space Ghost Coast to Coast at all.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Or Birdman, Harvey Birdman. It just that was insulting to me.
Attorney at law. Yeah.
Yeah. You really have to sit down and look at it completely removed from your sense of nostalgia in order to remotely enjoy it. You know.
Yeah, Harvey Birdman was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But I mean, this comic is well drawn.
Looks great.
I like the panel work. I like these little layouts and stuff. Like how they did it. That's nice. I like the inking. This is good.
Reminds me of the story. Probably could be an urban myth of Alex Ross going to Alex Toth's house with a painting of all of the Hanna-Barbera superheroes. Went to Toth to show him and give him a copy of the painting, and Toth wouldn't even let him in the house. Looked at it off the porch. Says, "Why did you do that to all this shit for? Get the hell off my porch." And had no appreciation for all the work
sounds like
that he
an
did.
urban myth to me, because I mean, who's going to turn?
Oh, he was a
Alex
curmudgeon.
Ross away, you know.
He was a curmudgeon that was very set in his ways. He didn't have any appreciation for any of the work that he did until he was on his deathbed, almost literally. And in the meantime, he considered it all to be crap, and everybody that he worked around him were just crap, just terrible people. And that he's got a real Luddite, great character, but he's got used to handwrite out all of his notes. He's got like a biography or a couple of autobiographies, collection of his letters even out there of his opinion of all of these animators and how he was just trying to make stuff fun and make stuff light and give it a level of quality, and everybody was mowing over everything he was doing for time restrictions.
Yeah,
and
there you go.
But he designed, Space Ghost, all of those Hanna-Barbera superheroes, all of the Super Friends. He did all of the character sheets for, just amazing stuff, but very set in his ways and very, he, like I said, he considered all of his work to be garbage. All of his animation work until right towards the end of his life, he realized it was such an influence for everybody. Anyway, sorry to get off topic. Here we are. You want me to read it?
Do you like Cabaret?
No.
He doesn't like Cabaret.
Little wink, wink, little nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Wink, wink,
Hello,
nudge,
my
nudge.
ragtime gal.
Uh-huh.
Pretty much.
Yes, please read it. Here we go.
Michigan J Frog. Here we go. Rocket Ship Entertainment has signed a deal with Moulin Rouge to develop a tabletop games, graphic novels, and manga set and inspired by the famous night, the Parisian cabaret, and frequent Toulouse-Lautrec hangout. Storytelling has always been part of what makes Moulin Rouge so inspiring.
I don't know if it's a storytelling or if it's
there.
nipples.
Are the tatas.
Director of Development and Partnerships for the Moulin Rouge, in a statement accompanying the announcement, every night on stage, we bring stories and emotions to life for audiences from around the world.
With lots of breasts. With lots of breasts.
Lots and lots of flesh. I thought it was the flesh that made cabaret so
That just
famous.
brings people into the door. It's the
Tomato.
It's the storytelling
and the storytelling that
the
keeps
drama.
It's like picking up a
Everybody needs a
Playboy
pasty.
and realizing that you bought it for the articles. Yeah.
There you go. Absolutely.
The Moulin Rouge isn't just a venue, said Rocket Ship Entertainment CEO and publisher Tom Ackle. It's a cultural touchstone immersed in glamour, spectacle, and the intoxicating magic of beauty and artistry.
And breasts.
That
So
kind
here's
of
what it is.
iconic
Rocket
allure
Ship
is exactly
Rocket Ship
what
Entertainment needs to sell some books. And you know what sells books?
It is.
Cheesecake and beefcake.
There you go.
This'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Hey,
That kind of
there's no shame in
iconic
that game,
allure
baby.
is exactly what makes for extraordinary storytelling and gameplay.
Yeah.
No details or creative teams have yet been announced, but the lines are forming.
Why?
Trying to find the
Why?
best.
I've got my circle template handy.
Yeah, where's mine? It's on here somewhere. Here we go.
And
Let's go.
and maybe
Let's go.
some lubricant available. Yeah.
We have the French curve. We can do it.
I believe this one will do it.
Yeah.
And I believe, those are ovals. This is what you use right here for the older ones. That's
circles.
That's when they get older.
Yeah,
That's when they get
yep.
older.
Yes,
the
yes,
oval.
yes.
Yes. But no, right here. The young girls.
You have to use the teardrop shape for the older ones, right?
Yeah.
More like the banana shape. But anyway.
Pancakes.
Pancakes.
Ayo.
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 Just
Speaking of French,
throw 'em over your
Moulin
shoulder.
Rouge is hiring artists. Yeah. So here we go.
Back in my misspent youth, my first marriage, I ran a adult bookstore for a while, and always thought it would make it was a bookstore with an adult aisle, to tell you the truth, honestly. It's one of those hey, you can't go back there without giving me your license and making sure that you're over
your signature character is Spank the Monkey. I think
Yeah.
we're aware.
That's it. Anyway,
we're pretty much aware.
Yeah. But there's definitely room for some great drama and entertainment in venues such as this, and especially one that is world renowned, such as the movie.
Yeah, all joking aside, yeah, there absolutely is.
And there's all of that great
movie Birdcage.
Yep.
Which is about a drag queen club. Yeah,
there's all those great visuals from Toulouse-Lautrec from that era that would just go to add to the graphic storytelling of a product like that. It's a good thing.
Look, they're gonna be able
But
to
yeah,
build you
not
for
the
people.
first time something like that's been done.
Women.
There's Omaha the Cat Dancer out there. That was a anthropomorphic comic strip with that involved a stripper, exotic
Our
dancer.
friend Matt
Excuse me.
Fowler had one based on an actual gentleman's club that he was a bouncer at. So
yeah, that's very doable.
Yeah. There you go. Evidently based on real ladies, and I was kind of like, what's that one over there? Is that based on a real one? Yup. Okay. All righty.
Well, I always told young artists that if they ever wanted to learn how to draw female superhero anatomy, to go to a strip club, take a sketchbook.
There you go. There you go. Also learn jiggle physics if you're a video game.
I used to get these little hardback sketchbooks and go in with a flare pen. That way
Jiggle
you
physics,
didn't have any
comic book.
pencil lines, especially with the bad lighting. You just sit there and just sketch it out real quick.
There you
You're
go.
pretty good
There
at
you
it.
Yeah.
And if you need something up close, a lap dance, and as long as you can fit your, lap
Right,
dance,
right.
and yeah, there you go.
Yeah. We
Get
know
the
what
up
Bunny's
close,
doing. We
get
know
the
what
up close
Bunny's
to
doing
you.
tonight.
All righty.
It's
Anyway,
like I'm in art class, guys. Leave
research.
me
This
alone.
is
Yeah, yeah.
research.
That's exactly what
Totally
it is.
research.
Research.
I'm
Yep.
in art class, guys. Leave me alone.
So wife used to kick me out of the house at Fridays and Saturday nights, going, "Go do research. Go."
Okay, there you go.
That's what it was.
Yep.
Back on.
What a story, Mark.
What a story, Mark.
Back on track. Where are we at?
Yep.
Where are we at? Okay. Here we
Comics.
are. This one.
Comics.
This one. Comics. We love comics.
We
Comic
got off
books.
track.
Speaking of
We were
comics,
talking about
love.
circle templates. Yeah.
Comics
Arsenal.
games retailers.
Go ahead.
Games retailers
Gives
are
back.
giving back from the Action Comic #1 sale. And games owner Tema Haig recently oversaw the sale of a copy of Action Comics #1 and donated a portion of the proceeds to Bink, which had helped when his stores were in a tough place, along with Comics Pro and Hero Initiative.
Oh, good.
The
for
copy
you.
of
Yeah.
Action Comics #1, which Haig sold on behalf of an anonymous collector, had been purchased at auction in the early 1980s by young collectroller.
Editors matter.
Editors is important.
Yes.
Collector controller of modest means. Yeah.
Guys,
It's probably
Collect
generated
Means,
by AI
who
anyway.
surprisingly submitted a lowball bid for the book and won. He had to pay it off using a payment plan. He held the book for 40 years before contracting with Haig earlier this year to manage the grading and auction of the book, which brought $1.4 million in a heritage auction in May. 1.4
mil. Yeah. Low.
dollars.
That must not have been a very high grade. Then, huh? 7.0. Okay. I think there's a 9.8 Action 1 floating around. Pretty sure there is. Somebody found it in their house, saved it.
That
They were
will
being
pay your mortgage.
Yeah, that's what it did. It paid off the house.
Yeah,
They were the story. The story is that the grandparents had died, and the kids couldn't keep the house, couldn't keep the payments on the house, so they were moving all of the possessions out of the house. In the attic, there was a chest of drawers. The bottom chest of drawers was a stack of Hollywood magazines. Inside one of those Hollywood magazines was an Action 1. They went through and leafed through it and popped. There it was. They took it to the local comic shop, and they went, we're going to have to call people.
We'll take it off your hands for $20.
So the newspaper ran the headline, Superman saves locals home.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Anyway, where were we? Haig thought of Bink because he'd received help from the nonprofit when fires. Haig's 2 stores are in the Los Angeles areas, combined with the family health issues, had left him with nowhere to turn. It was a tough time for me mentally, and I finally said, I think I need help. Haig said, I need Bink. I didn't know what they could do, but they helped with rent and utilities, and they asked, how are you? I hadn't been asked that. I'm eternally grateful. When the opportunity to give back came, I felt like life had come full circle. Doing something good for these organizations that were so good to me feels great, quote unquote. Good for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and with the way that these corporations and with this industry has gone, Hero Initiative and Hero Alliance are so important, especially with a lot of these creators who can't meet their bills.
Yeah. Yep. That's a big problem. Big problem. I mean, if Peter David can't pay his bills, then who can, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about somebody who wrote some of the biggest runs on Hulk, and
Oh, look at Bill Mantlo too. Yeah,
Oh,
a
there you
lot
go.
of these guys. Bill Loebs had to use Hero Alliance, Hero
right.
Project, I think. So yeah.
Right now, good time financially for.
Your mic is cutting in and out, at least on this end.
Mm-hmm.
You're low again.
Anyway, while Luke is sorting his thing out. So So what's coming out from Arrow Comics?
Well, right now I am polishing the last of the script for Atlantean 5. Russ
there
is
you go.
about halfway through he's done with the front story. With the artwork, I believe he might be doing grayscales on it right now, and he's probably wondering why I haven't sent him a script yet. So I'm just polishing and doing a few little logistical changes to the plot and
I think you
last minute fixes before you send it off, because once it's out of my hands, it's all in Russ's hands, and it becomes a whole different baby.
I think you guys have written more Call the Conqueror than Robert E. Howard did.
No, not really. We've written and done more than was printed when he was alive.
Okay.
But there was a good, when Shadow Kingdom got approved, he went through and wrote like a good dozen stories, one right after the other, just boom, 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 boom. He went through and really took those stories and defined the sword and sorcery genre with it, sent it all into Weird Tales. Weird Tales rejected all except for one.
Wow.
That they used the next month, which is a story that we're adapting we adapted number 4, The Mirrors of Tuzan Thun. But him doing that, though, really solidified the genre in his mind, so that he was able to take one of the Cull stories that was rejected, which I think is a better written story than Shadow Kingdom, change it around, add a demon-possessed sword, change the name of the king from Cull to Conan, and it became Phoenix with a Sword. That was the first Conan story. And because he had written all of those other stories and gotten all of that other notes back from the Weird Tales editor, whose name always escapes my mind, he was able to refine that down to Conan. Refine Cull as a character down to Conan. And it's there. If you read Shadow Kingdom's amazing, because Cull, he spent months trying to figure out this character, and it's in my mind, it's literally his personality. Cull is Robert E. Howard. So if you go in and you read a Cull story, pardon?
Self-insert.
Yeah, well, no, not really a self-insert, as much as a writing what he knows. And I don't think he did it out of ego to put it in there, but he put him in there as a kind of, I guess maybe as like a self-insert, but it was really his personality, because Cull is a thinking barbarian. He's overthinking everything. And he goes through and he pares all of that down to the basics for Conan. And Conan is like, you're the old, give me a wench, give me a brew, barbarian.
Well, I mean,
type
Cole
character.
is a plotter, but Conan was basically just cunning.
And a reckless barbarian, more than anything written in the books. I mean, that Howard figured out that's what they wanted for Weird Tales was action. So he stripped all the soap opera out and all of the overthinking, I guess you would say, with Cull. You get a lot of that with King Conan. A lot of the King Conan stories are very much like
Cull the Conqueror.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's been a blast to do, and the 5th one is, each one gets better and better. So proud of that book.
Awesome.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
We can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Well, actually, I think I do. I got a phone call, and so my AirPods switched to that, and then so I had to I had to dock them, and then
the Bluetooth in my car is just as funky. Jumps all over.
It's a little weird.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What do we got here?
Weird.
Mary
We've
Boys,
got Fund My Comic.
Fund My Comic.
Got some new campaigns
Dogtown.
setting up over there. This one starts July 21st, which is next week.
Next week.
That's up there. We got Skylight, which starts on the 21st as well, coming up. Somebody said some this is really nice looking art in it. Like, I really appreciate this style. 100% human made. No AI used.
There you go.
Yeah.
Need to develop a better logo other than the AI with a red circle and a slash through it.
Yeah. So
to note that, just to be proud of it.
So it's funny. I used to have to like all this stuff here now. Like if you're using like Affinity or even Photoshop, you can still do it the old way, or AI can just do the mock-up for you.
Yeah.
They have all that stuff now. Yeah, it's ridiculous. This is cool. I like that cover. I think it's neat. I like the glowy bits, and I like the muted like colors with the glowy stuff on there. I think it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like the aesthetic of this book. It is for the first time on FMC, launching here.
So who's the creator?
You know what? I don't know. It's this company, this person.
Oh, okay.
Called Keith Morange.
Keith Morange. Okay.
Live action storyboard artist.
Morange.
Contributing projects for HBO, Marvel, Disney, and others with over 30 years dedicated to sequential art and storytelling. Skylight is his first solo graphic novel, currently crowdfunding. Yep. It looks good.
It reminds me of the style that they used for I think it was called I can't remember the name of it, but it was this book that was kind of early on a Comicsgate that came out of a classic 20s era superhero. I can't remember the name of it right off the top of my head.
Red Rooster.
Red Rooster. Yeah, Red Rooster.
Yeah.
Reminds me of that art.
Yep. So yeah, we got some cool stuff getting ready to launch. Launching. We got this one has 1 day left to go. It's a book called Patient. Definitely could use some help. They were wanting $15,000 for it, but it's kind of a big ask for these days for a book like this.
Yeah.
Things aren't as lucrative as they once were. I mean, when you start seeing people that used to, drop thousands and, $200,000 they would make on a single book, now making way, way less than that.
Yeah.
Comics, it ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
The industry does. And it's just one of those situations where, we have a little ebbing, a little flowing, and right now it's ebbing. It's ebbing right now. So, Chino 77 is on there. Still lots of great books.
Yeah.
Spectacular Scumbag that looks like Trump in the background. Doesn't that look like Trump, Steve?
Yeah,
that's Donnie.
Kind of does. Yeah.
That's 100% Donnie. Has to be.
It's kind of dark to see, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Donnie. That's Donnie. And that's it's looking bad. Yeah.
Not
that
very
is
flattering,
definitely.
but is what it is.
It is.
Yeah. It's one of those things.
Scumbags. Okay.
Yeah. It's may not be for everyone. May not.
Yep. Well, I mean, it just shows the FMC is not politically aligned at all.
It's free speech, baby.
It's free speech. Yeah.
Yep. Say what
free
you need to say.
Free speech includes speech that you hate.
Yep. I don't necessarily agree with the views of this guy making the book, but the book looks cool.
There you go.
The book looks cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And let me see what else we got going on here.
Well, I mean, I've had so many discussions about FMC, and it's like, well, are you going to platform this guy? It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we platform this guy? It just it's like people don't understand what free speech is.
Yeah.
It's
In
like
contrast, you've got
They also
Pigman
don't.
here.
They also don't understand what the free market is. Let the
Yeah.
people decide what products get
So-
made or don't get made.
So, but this is a little bit of like, this kind of gives you an idea. So this has Trump on a throne, right?
Yeah.
Surrounded by
Right.
gorgeous women.
Uh-huh.
$91,445.
There you go.
This also has Trump on the throne, but as the puppet master.
Yep.
$1,048.82. $1,482.
There you go.
It's
There you go.
and then Pigman over here, 29,000. Is if anything was an anti-Islam book, that is.
Yeah,
Bosch
Pigman?
grew up
Oh, yeah.
as a Muslim, and he's like way back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so this right here, this is the book that I just showed you.
Ah,
Jay William?
I thought that was
Yeah.
from it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the book that I just showed you.
Right.
Okay.
So these are
Right.
some of the earlier pages.
Wow.
I have gotten a little bit better since we first did these pages. But Patrick's colors are freaking killing it on this one, as he always does.
Always.
Is that Patrick Zercher?
Patrick Gamma.
Gamma. Oh yeah, gotcha.
Gamma. Yes.
Yeah, that's your guy. That was your guy on hybrids.
That's my hybrids guy. He's still waiting for new hybrids pages. He's like, are we gonna keep doing that?
We're all waiting for
Yeah.
more hybrids pages.
That's like, well, I need a job now because I'm gonna have to pay him. I need a job. So after I finish this hybrids arc, all of my stuff is gonna be black and white because I just can't. In order for me to put out stuff, I can't keep paying a colorer, and I'm just too slow at colors to do it myself.
Well, you could try AI colors.
I've tried a little bit, but here's my problem with it.
Mm.
It still doesn't just copy my art exactly. Sometimes it goes in and changes little bitty things. So it's fine for like a one-off like thing, but it's not great at just adding colors. It wants to redo the image. It can't just go in and manipulate this image because of some of the rules to it. So
Right.
that's the only problem with it. And I don't want it to change my art. I kind of like it now.
Yeah.
Which is something I never thought I would say. That I kind of like my art now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the only problem with using like AI to color stuff.
Right.
That I'd rather just use flats than do that but then I can just pay someone to flat it or whatever. But it's just faster if I just do black and white comics. And it's cheaper to print too, and easier to put out on Amazon and all of that kind of stuff. So it'll make my storytelling happen faster if I just move to, after I get hybrids done, if I just move to black and white stuff.
You can always go back and color it later.
I can, yeah, if it makes some money. But right now, who's making money?
Yep, that's the rub.
Right, it's unfortunate. Who's making money? Not a lot of us, but all right, guys, that's Fun My Comic. Make sure to go check that out. Lots of books over there, lots of fun stuff to check out. We are 3.5 years into this journey. It's been working pretty good.
I'm still having a hard time wrapping my head around the thought that we were down 5 years ago.
Yeah. I just had my 5th birthday.
It's crazy.
We call them bonus birthdays. So yeah, I just had my bonus birthday. Yeah.
Well, you
that was
were
one
like
of the things.
walking in heaven, so that's about as far down as you can go.
So I am trying to find a new job. And one of the things I'll explain to someone earlier was that I still have some physical limitations. I don't look sick anymore, but I'm not 100%. Like I still have balance issues. So getting on a ladder, I can't do. I can't lift more than 50 pounds because I can't grip with this hand. Like it just doesn't have the strength to be able to grip full 50. And so I need to, in some cases, I need to be able to do 75 pounds on a ladder. And I'm like, I can't do that. Just not there yet. You know, maybe I will get there, but I need a job today, you know, on some of that stuff. Can't really move through crawl space as well because I have chronic back pain and spasms. Last thing I want to do is get stuck in a tight space and then, you know, get a back spasm, and then someone has to call rescue to hook up my ankles and drag me out like a freaking fish out of a.
Have you checked on disability?
My wife asked me about that. The last time I checked on disability, I couldn't get it because my work was drawing, and they're like, "No, you make too much money doing that."
Yeah.
To be able to pull in disability, and so I did that at a full-time level. I mean, it wasn't like, you know, I wasn't getting royalties off anything, so it was just basically the page rate. The thing about doing indie work is you just don't get royalty in the contract, really, because there's really, and honestly, sometimes you charge a higher page rate because you're not going to get royalty on the back end, and you know you're not. And then it clears the writer from having to go back and like account for you later. Like it's just they can make what money they make off of it. It's easier for them. It's easier for me. But like if you're working for like a big publisher, then yeah, like getting royalty on the back end would be nice, you know.
Yeah.
But none of that happens for me. I've been way too Republican, way too conservative in my life to be able to work for those companies. Maybe things will change in the future, and I can, you know, one day draw.
You got cooties.
Yeah, and maybe one day they'll hire me. They'll let me draw Ninja Turtles or something like that.
Well,
but today is not the day.
Things are turning around. I was finally allowed to do the job I was trained for, and then you know, after being demoted to the bottom rung 3 times or 5 times in 3 years.
Yeah. Well, did you get promoted after that orange beard?
Yeah. After the orange beard, yeah.
See, they see the gray beard and they're like, that guy's too long in the tooth to be able to do anything worthwhile around here.
No, I got promoted when the DEI policies went away and they started hiring on merit again.
There you go.
So.
Oh, shocking! Yeah, there you go. Oh no, you actually earned it.
I know.
Do you guys ever watch?
I'm now one of the top earners on my shift. You know.
Do you guys ever watch The Office?
Inexplicably, yeah.
I've never seen an episode.
So Creed Bratton is I'm gonna show this video. So there's this episode where Ryan Howard, and I don't know if you'll be able to hear this or not. Maybe I'll do it this way so you guys can actually see the clip. A super, super funny clip. So Ryan Howard is this young guy who is the new like area manager. Like he's their boss. And he used to be the temp, but he's trying to update the company, and he's trying to make things more modern and young and hip. And well, in doing so, he's discriminating against the older people. And Creed is like ancient, like he's like in his 80s. So Creed Bratton, who is an actual real character, his real name is Creed Bratton, and he used to play guitar for a band in the 60s. It's escaping me for some reason. I can't remember. But, all right, sharing the audio. All right, so guys, okay, so here, check this out. This is the video.
Ryan Howard, everybody! Good job!
That was some fun stuff. Where's the website go up?
As fast as possible. We want to start retraining people ASAP so we can hit the ground running with the new system.
Cool beans. We're screwed.
Who is?
Us, you and me, the old timers.
I am not old. You are old. You are like 100.
You're over 40. That's the cutoff. Are you listening to what he's saying? Retraining, new system, youth. I'm telling you, this kid is the Grim Reaper. You deal with this,
or you, me, Sammy, Phyllis, the chick you hit with the car, we're goners. Creed? Yes, sir. Everything okay? Everything's cool, dude. I'm 30. Well, in November I'll be 30.
Yes, I understand that, David. I just felt that if we were to downsize Kelly and then outsource.
It turns out later that the printer was out of toner.
Ah.
Yeah, they
okay.
just ran out of toner.
There you go.
So that was toner. That was toner on his hair.
Right.
So if you see me coming around with a pitch black beard, you know what's going on. Luke's trying to get a job.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
I would,
what?
I would
No, I'm
suggest
30.
actual, like,
Well, in
just
November
for
I'll be
men
30.
or some kind of dye. Toner
Yeah,
is probably
not
toxic.
printer toner. Not printer
not
toner.
printer toner. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's toxic. Yeah.
It might not be so not so
No.
good, huh?
No.
All right, well, guys, I got to get back to drawing and get some things done, get some work finished. And I think it's been a good day. I want to thank the chat for being here today and hanging out with us. 15 people over on my X, 8 people on Bunny's X. And right now we just have one person hanging out in my YouTube. Someone is still being faithful to the YouTube where everyone else has left and gone over to that evil platform that Elon Musk created. Well, bought, not created, but he's formed it in his own image.
Right. Yep.
I don't know why people are so freaking out about everything. Guys, chill out. Remember, you got to build up more new chair, not leave the wood pile higher than you found it by all means. Please be careful out there. And when you're doing it, check out these great creators and their videos that they've got out there on the interwebs. You can Google them and find them. I know, because I've tried. Guys, be careful out there.
Let's be careful out there. Let's be careful out there. We had a 187 at the 7-Eleven on the corner of 4th and Main. 2 Caucasians of the male persuasion put a bullet through the cashier's brain. Moving on, I see it 211, half a dozen 459, 2 AEWs, a GTA, several miscellaneous crimes.